Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into the global anxieties of 2023. Recent surveys tell us what's keeping people up at night, and spoiler alert, it's a lot. So buckle up, grab your stress ball, and let's unpack the anxieties of a planet on the brink. First up, let's talk about everyone's favorite game show. Will I have a job tomorrow? The answer, sadly, for many is a resounding maybe, but probably not. Unemployment, my friends, is a global beast. It's not just about not having a job, it's about not having a purpose, not having a way to put food on the table.
We're talking economic slowdowns, automation replacing jobs faster than we can create new ones, and wages that haven't kept pace with, well, anything. Just look at the numbers. Insert statistic on global unemployment rates. Those are real people, millions of them, staring at their dwindling bank accounts, wondering how they're going to make ends meet. And it's not just happening in one place, it's happening everywhere. From the bustling streets of City Example 1 to the quiet suburbs of City Example 2, people are feeling the squeeze.
Unemployment leads to less spending, which leads to businesses struggling, which leads to, you guessed it, more unemployment. Next up on our world tour of worry corruption. And no, I'm not just talking about that politician who misplaced a few $1,000s of campaign funds on a weekend trip to Vegas. I'm talking about the kind of deep-rooted systemic corruption that eats away at the very fabric of society. We're talking bribes, shady backroom deals, and politicians who seem to have more money than they could ever possibly earn legally.
It's the kind of thing that makes you want to shower after watching the news, only you can't because your water bill hasn't been paid because the funds meant for infrastructure mysteriously vanished. Corruption undermines democracy, erodes public trust, and widens the gap between the haves and the have-nots.
Take country example 1, for example. Describe a specific example of corruption and its impact on the country. Or how about country example 2? Their story is even more, insert adjective with, describe another example of corruption and its consequences. We need transparency, accountability, and a healthy dose of public outrage to drain the swamp. Now let's talk about a little something called income inequality, or as I like to call it, the rich get richer and the rest of us get a participation trophy. Because let's be honest, the gap between the haves and the have-nots isn't just a gap anymore, it's a chasm.
We've got billionaires launching themselves into space while millions struggle to put food on the table. We've got CEOs making more money in an hour than most people make in a year.
The statistics paint a grim picture. Insert statistic about global income inequality. We're talking social unrest, political instability, and an erosion of the middle class. It's a recipe for disaster, folks, and the pot is simmering. And finally, let's address the elephant in the room. Or rather, the fear lurking in the back alleys and dark corners of our minds. That's right, we're talking about crime. Because apparently, worrying about the economy, corrupt politicians, and the ever-growing wealth gap wasn't enough to keep us up at night.
It seems like every time we turn on the news, there's another story about a shooting, a robbery, or a violent attack. And it's not just limited to certain neighborhoods or countries anymore. Crime is on the rise globally, and it's affecting everyone, regardless of where you live or how much money you have.
Some experts point to poverty and lack of opportunity as driving factors. Others blame the proliferation of guns and the glorification of violence in media. Whatever the cause, the consequences are real. People are afraid to walk alone at night and losing faith in their communities and law enforcement. So there you have it, the top concerns keeping the world up at night. But the first step to solving a problem is acknowledging it, right? By shining a light on these issues, we can start a conversation, raise awareness, and hopefully, inspire some action. We can work together to create a more just, equitable, and secure world for everyone. It's not going to be easy, but hey, nothing worth fighting for ever is it? Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on global issues. See you next time.